Welcome to the SEO.co Search Engine Optimization Podcast. Digital marketing essentials and next level tactics. From offsite and on-site optimization to persuasive selling and everything in between. You'll learn actionable tips on what it takes to outright and outrank your competition.
Lack of interviews and technical screening. Most companies only rely on interviews for recruiting software professionals. But since the role demands hands-on experience of technical skills and a trial test is a must. Also, sometimes recruiters tend to hire candidates based on their character, personality, and potential. But when it comes to hiring a software professional, the most important thing to consider is their technical skills, the rest just follows. Therefore, when hiring a software developer, you need to conduct a proper screening to discuss the candidate's previous performance, technical knowledge, and achievements to explore the potential based on facts. Inability to conduct background checks. Many recruiters are easily enchanted by the candidate's experience with larger organizations. A cool persona, slick demeanor, and sweet-talking abilities can get a person out of many troubles. But your hiring team should have the ability to see past all that and look into the prospective employee's past to ensure that everything's in working order. A background check is never only limited to testing their claims about previous employment but a lot more. Most recruiters only consider the previous employment and assume that the candidate must be exceptional in every aspect. In contrast, it's seldom that way. To avoid inconvenience, a thorough background check is a must. It helps verify the candidate and ensures that all the information, work, or qualification info is accurate. Also, a criminal background check comes into play in this regard. Knowing that the candidate has never been involved in any illegal activity, fraud, or harassment cases ensures the company's integrity. Of course, no one prefers to hire such people, but often recruiters end up doing so, and that's how things get messed up later. Similarly, when hiring software developers, it is important to know the niche they worked for and the education they have pursued to analyze their capabilities and risk associated. Software professionals are skilled in hacking into programs and software and damaging the company's digital assets. At the same time, many software professionals can build an entire competitor once getting into your system in no time. Also, when it comes to monetary assists, software professionals can easily get involved in fraudulent activities. They can hack into your bank accounts, company profiles, websites, and whatnot. Unfortunately, many companies end up destroyed, as they hire software professionals or computer engineers without any background checks. And the best part is, these professionals can swipe off their tracks from anywhere, both digital and physical. This means you can never track them or get back what was once yours. Not checking the recommendations and references. When hiring for such a sensitive position, where all your information is exposed to the candidate, it is important to ask for recommendations. But, unfortunately, most recruiters never bother to ask for recommendation letters, even when it's for their own benefit and security. Recommendations will ensure that the person is coming from the right background and has not lied on the resume. However, completely relying on recommendations is also not essential, as the recommendations can't tell you the proficiency and skill set of the candidate. Another thing that ensures the credibility and authenticity of the resume and the candidate is references, whether personal or professional. Rushed or delayed hiring. Many recruiters rush into hiring out of desperation when they are urgently seeking to fill a role. But when dealing with the hiring of a software professional, it's better to take things slow until everything is checked and evaluated. However, taking an unreasonable time to evaluate and confirm is also problematic, as the candidate may lose interest in the meantime. Most staffing professionals make the mistake of rushing or delaying things, but both have their own consequences. Unclear evaluation criteria. When hiring a software professional, the most important thing is evaluating his/her performance thoroughly. The candidate should be selected based on a variety of criteria that include personality, work ethics, professionalism, dedication towards the role, communication skills, additional skills, relevant qualification, additional professional courses, commutability, management skills, prior experience, critical thinking ability, problem-solving capability, technical skills, the ability to adapt to the team environment, background and the provided references. The recruiters often ignore the fact that a person brings a lot to the table once hired. Therefore, evaluating the applicants based on all these factors helps them determine the ideal candidate for the job and the company. A dedicated and valuable employee goes a long way. However, missing these factors will lead to one problem or another in the long run. To conclude, to avoid these mistakes, ensure that you have a proper streamlined process, don't rush into hiring, thoroughly map out the candidate's background, and ensure that the candidate is the best fit for your organization. Now that you know everything, you should cross-check all the credentials, information, and details provided by the candidate. Evaluate the possible delays and doubts until you are confident about the candidate and that she is the best fit for your project and your organization.
Thank you for joining us on the SEO.co podcast. We appreciate your time. Be sure to rate, review, and subscribe to the show and visit SEO.co for more resources based on today's topic, as well as access to more podcast episodes to help you improve your site's long-term SEO success.